if I can turn on the volume on the music. I don't know. There's no volume on it, so I can't change it. So anyways, I've been streaming like, I think 2 years? 2 years? Probably have to talk loud so y'all can hear me, but I've been streaming like 2 years. So yeah, I've been streaming like 2 years, and the reason I haven't is, I only do mobile. I don't do PC. I have a laptop, but I don't use it. It's like a coaster for my drinks, a little table for my charger. That's what I use my laptop for. I don't use it for anything else. So everything is just pure mode. So he was was it that gone? I don't know. Is that gone? Street cut because I'm on my bed. I'm on my bed and my bed is like located in the other end of my house. And so there's like no signal. So I probably should move. Right now I'm
All I wanna be 멋진 내 맘대로 걸어기게 머리 어깨 무릎 다 힙해
So I usually don't play on auto, but I'm playing on auto right now while I'm getting everything set up. What you want, cat? Oh, you want? You know you can open the door. You done it before? Come on, open it. Open it. I'm just watching the cat. You can open it. Come on. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Just give me more. more checks. My life is a movie, I'm never offset. Me and my amigos, no, not offset. I got them upset, but my shooters, I make them dance like dubstep. My haters is upset, cause I make M's, they get much less. Ran, we can get in 10. Mirror, mirror, who's the fairest bitch in the land? Damn, man, this bitch is a stand. Generous queen, a kiss a fan. Ask goodbye, I'ma be riding by. I'ma tell my big yeah, that's the guy. The star's a star, the heart, they never thought the switch guard to take it this far. 아니 뱀어 fashion embellishing I'm so good your action 자꾸 click me 혼인 듯이 close up hip 머리 어깨 무릎 hip
Okay, first thing I like to do is start off with one ancient spell. Then we're gonna have to do our little EE, get some more some toss. Then we're gonna go ahead and do another ancient spell because I got to do opener. Follow with the star blue, star boom, and we're gonna keep the third attack open for right now. Oh no, I should have waited. So yeah, I really don't die on this one. What you do need is like some gears, the collab gears. Field 5. Plus some decent gears for. I'll be able to put my saved set. Also, you have to see that I'm running at 7.5 prestige. I was lucky and I did pull 2 monsters. I pulled one from the 100. I probably did. I pulled one from the 100 gem spawn and I pulled roll right and I got kicked out in the middle. So I got 3 monsters in my set and that gives me the max multiplier. Max multiplier you have to have set. Each weapon, the first one I pulled was Nautic. He's pretty cool. He gives you a I don't know what the percent. I think it's like 20% increase in drop rate. He's pretty good. I really like him. The next one I got was Maple. I did fully Potter. I used my Potter to Potter. I forgot a whole bunch of Potter left. And I took for the metal shade, I chose to get Tsumi because she's pretty good. That attack and melee attack increase plus the crit plus cooldown plus keygen. She's really good. I think she's more useful than Sally. Sally does give you 20% nulls. The highest null percentage monster in the game, but it's still 20%. And she's only so useful. So, this is what I'm carrying. I have 2 opener on. That way I can do 2 spells. I have opening barrier too. I put my low cost opening barrier, so I have low cost to allocate. So this is the armor, make sure that's skill 5. You get only 2 skill 5. Then my weapons I got 8 weapons and 4 multiplier effect. So this is what I wrote. I forgot. He's a fucking buddy of mine. He usually doesn't do events next to the ranking. The ranking monster. We'll take a look at the ranking. But before we do that, let's take a look at the ranking right now. I was ranked 2 days ago. I did not play Unison yesterday. So I missed the whole week. I only ran like 15 games. I dropped from rank 2, 20 something. Now I'm back to 16. Let's take a look at this. Renee at rank 1. Then Chinese. Then Tetsuya. Then Elodius. Then Then something. Top 50 ranking. I'm about to get 1 million for speed points. So that's pretty cool. And right now, oh my god, this was 300,000 this morning. Crazy, yo. Alright, let's take a look at the ranking walk. Prestige reward. No, that's not it. We want to make a pro. But we want her. Actually, we need to go to maybe. Alright. Machine God made for damages all enemies at 150, value 100% times 5 times damage. So we power boost by 10. So the 283 times 5. Removes buffs, reduces uni gauge by 20, fills uni by 20, applies resurrection. When you third Potter, you apply armament for 90 seconds, which affect damage to HP and CP. I think CP is like the blue bar, I guess. I don't know. Will not be taken. Increase this attack and magic type by 100%, so it's like rage buff. And nullifies cost reduction and uni gauge reduction, permits piercing through damage reduction, damage reflection, removes and damage nullifying effects when attacking. So this is like a Keijin. That's like a Keijin buff right here. Remove after receiving a set amount of damage, 300% of your max HP, excluding buffs and field effects. So you have 300% of your HP that nullifies. So you're basically getting 300% on top of your current HP. Once that damage is reached, then you start taking damage. So this is actually OP, plus this unit gain and ability powers boost by 150. So it's 350 times 5 attacks at skill 5. So this is why everyone's going after this monster, after this ranking, why everyone is gemming for this event. Raid is 2 hours long, every 2 hours. So I think we have 15 more minutes on this raid, and a lot of people are gymming, but not a lot of people have the max prestige. I have max prestige because I was lucky. Do y'all actually read the effects? I sometimes do. I don't read notices a lot. I just know when this collab was announced during the JP championships, a lot of people went crazy. I'm like, oh my god, they're getting Japan is getting another collab. Where's our collab? Blah 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 blah. And I was talking to a couple of my guildmates, and I have another chat of friends, and I'm like, y'all know they're getting the Bafudi collab, and they're like, oh man, why can't we get the Bafudi collab? I'm like, And all of a sudden we get the collab. Maintenance on the same day as Japan maintenance. Now it's weird. And all of a sudden we get the collab. I'm like, wow. So there's actually a dual collab. So this is the first time ever that, well, it's not the first time ever that JP and Global are getting the same thing at the same time. But this is the first collab that we are both getting at the same time. So that is pretty neat. Let me collect another AP pack. The music stopped, dude. Gotta play it again. I don't know if it's gonna start.
You got me like 이건 아무 감정 없는 love story. 어떤 설렘도 어떤 의미도 내게 미안하지만 I'm not sorry. 오늘부터 나 Bitch 나는 solo. Used to be your girl, now I'm used to being the girl. Sitting on my feelings and sitting on my throne. I ain't got no time for the troubles in your eyes. This time I'm only looking at me, myself, and I.
I think it's back on.
I'ma do it on my own now. Now that you're alone, but you're looking for a clone now. That's how I'm getting down, destined for the center crown. Sing it loud like. 이건 아무 감정 없는 love story. 어떤 설렘도 어떤 의미도 내게 미안하지만 I'm not sorry. 오늘부터 나는 Bitch 나는 solo.
That's one thing about when you do everything global. It's like everything that you want to do, you can't do. Like I've been wanting to stream for a while. But I can't do the fancy streaming like other people do. I don't like to sit in one place and play a game. You know what I mean? That's why I like mobile games because you can just go wherever you want and sit down and just start playing. Whereas when you're doing PC playing, console playing, you're stuck wherever you're at. And that's the only disadvantage of mobile playing is when you want to stream, you can't really stream. Alright, so this is what people do. They do this, they check the flips and they buy the flips. If you see 5 flips, 5 people to see things, you want to buy it. I think you want to buy it like that. And they buy the flip. And that's how they're ranking. But if you have a high multiplier like myself, you don't necessarily need to buy prestige. But it does help out.
Bitch 나는 solo.
Where am I at? Where am I at? I gotta find myself so I know what I would do. Oh no! No cost! My soul every time I do it. There's nothing lie, but I should be good because freaking thanks. Oh, I started off with EE on accident. But I'm on the bottom left. There, right there. No damage, y'all. No damage. Oh, right in. No. I didn't get it off. You know what I need to do? I need to feed my pets. Dang, I've fed my pets all day. They're hungry. But I need to finish this more minutes. Like, the ranking doesn't actually really matter. Just get on the raid. It's different. Y'all. Let's see this burning. Let's see this. Oh. Let's start. Unison is dead. It actually is dead. It's oh, I lied. Look at that one day, y'all. So anyways, top grossing games, revenue, it's up there. It's like, they made like last quarter? I don't know. Made a lot of money. And my friend Aloysius, he's a Japanese player. He was telling us that this collab brought you out to the top 10 free-to-play apps in Japan. So because of this collab, UL got back into the top 10 in Japan. So it is still quite popular. It is, I think, top Japanese games in the US. It's still in the top 15. As you see, these quests are doing really fast. There's a lot of people playing. I don't recognize a lot of these players because they're new players. So yeah, I mean, there's not many old school players. There are a lot of new people playing this game, which is pretty good. Pretty good.
And they tell me
once they fix their server lag,
I'm sorry, I don't care, really don't care. 사랑과 위에 몽매지에 나 세상에 재밌는 게 더 많아. 언니들이 말해 널 들으면 말 어때?
oh, I got first for the job. Can I get 1 million before the raid is over? I don't know. I got that. I'll see if we get 1 million before the raid is over. And these runs are pretty fast, so you don't have to. I don't know if the syntax heard.
3 minutes for rated over. Try. Hopefully we get like 5 more runs. Guys. Yeah. Oh, those Discord notifications y'all see, and that's from a different game I played too, Ragnarok. Because they have certain events I want to play there. We might not get it. Oh my gosh. Oh no, we're gonna get one more in. Omlet. Maybe just pull it in fast. Guys, get lit. Oh no. Oh no, it's right somewhere. Oh well. We didn't make it still, no. They're all hitting 9,000 once I'm maxing out. I am working to get 2 more water dragons. That's for the fire 42 volt that's coming up pretty soon. So I'm just trying to get ready for that. Let's go ahead and take a look at my room. If you haven't visited my room, go ahead and stop by anytime you want. This is my expected room. We got my little mix-two, my old man turban. Got the we're all on a camping trip. Secret over here. That's my room. Let's get out of here. Look at that. I'm moonwalking, y'all. Pretty cool. Alright, let's take a look at other stuff in the collab. These are the free mods you can get. So they're, the twins are exchangeable with the metal, silver metal. And schoolgirls are free in the box spawn. So let's take a look at the box spawn. Right here. And we spawn them. Ohio gozaimasu. Ohio, konnichiwa. Oh my god, here's the trap pod. I kind of wish I got her, but I wasn't for her. Because I feel her that impressive to me. Even though some people say she's good. I don't. She's good, yeah, she's good. But for me, I don't want her. Don't forget to do your free spawn. That's daily. And the other free spawn that's daily. This one and this one. They're both free spawns. Don't forget to do that. Man. What else? Take a look at what's about to expire. Oh, 15 hours for these. What should I get, y'all? I got 1,500 medals. Testament gear. We don't want Testament gear. Testament gear is a boo-boo. They're boo-boo. We don't get Testament gear. So let's take a look at the higher cost gears. Bend this down. That's good. Draw. Banner. I didn't get a second staff, so I don't think I'll want that. I think I want the gear instead. Oh, hi, Nee. If you would have known that was a collaboration, yeah. This collab was just like so impromptu. We didn't know where, like, we really didn't know where it was going to collab. Like, honestly, when they announced it in the Japan tournament, they announced their version of the Foodie collab. We didn't think, I thought we would like a couple months later. So it was a big surprise to everyone that we got this collab as soon as we did. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to get the. Don't get one of these. I already have one. I don't get this one. I already have the rest. So that way, if I want to move these, I can. And the rest is the top 10. So that is done. 4 days to leave. Anything in here not gonna change it. I have 100. Yeah, nope. It's over. We got 500. I think we're gonna get the proficiency. Get one proficiency pro. And metal. 20 metals.
Guess we went through a little lag.
Wait on the rest of this metal. Alright, we got almost 8,000 metals. What can we get here? Okay, I don't really need sewers for the Omlet, so we're not going to get that. We already purchased everything we can from there. I did that earlier. I think I did that yesterday. Okay, cosmetic metals. We have 11 more days. Cosmetic here, okay. Let's check on how many 100. Okay. I think I want to get dark metal. Radius over, I already did destroying mode for the day. Have to wait for tomorrow Sally here. All thing up right now is Hydra. Let's do the Hydra then. Let's do Hydra. Let's use up a lot of my EP. Waiting for people to join you. Oh, I guess it's not that easy. It means easy for me because I have IGS. I guess for some people it's a little bit difficult. There, you my 5 gems, guys. Hi, Angel. How you doing? Let me take a look. Yeah, we don't buy these yet. That's not Saturday. It's Friday. The last charger on the Wednesday instead of Thursday. Duels are closed. No music set up. Turn it back on. What else? Anything else you really need to see today? Not really. I can't do something. Is there anything you want to see me do? I can do it. Give me something you want to see me do. Well, I like this graphic. We can look at Frog. Not that one. Okay, let's look at dual and collab sets. Okay, we're gonna look at a dual and collab. This is my dual/collab set I run. Well, let's talk about this real quick. So these are the gears and these are the monsters. You can see I'm only running seven. I'm only running 10 weapons. Oh no, 9. I'm running 9 weapons, 10 monsters, 7 armors, and 5 helms. Okay, let's do the proc. So first proc we're gonna look at is the Archangel Staff, Fuel 6. This weapon basically has a sub-ability of Unigain Q. So it gives you 2 Unigain for the sub-ability, and it attacks procs Unigain of 5 when it activates. For every attack it hits, it gives you 5 Unigain. That's just the proc Staff of the Prey. It's good for Unigain. Next one is basically a stat. I don't know why, but when you have price, you sub it up. So it doesn't really proc. It's not really useful because I don't use Lunatic Ray or Siphon. So when it procs, it just procs enough. It's like a cute proc. Like, what's the point of procking? I've seen it procking. I was like, why is the staff procking? They never procced before. But I guess I have to come up with I don't know. It's like proc. Okay, next one is Dark Staff Extend. Now this is one of the best weapons. This Extend weapon is one of the best weapons in the game. What it does is proc 5 cost, and it procs a 5% heal. And for mages is boosted by how many staff weapons you have and how many dark elements. So the more dark, the more staff you have, the better the damage is. The damage is capped. I don't remember the cap on the damage, but it's pretty good. The next staff we have is our Kino weapon. It is fully infused, 40 cost, and increases stats by 25% of my stats. The next one is my delicious chocolate tear staff, or time staff. Time staff banner XL, basically cap stick. Tier 1, because I don't have any high weapons in. So, basically that. This is a that one. It's 65,000. 6,000. The next one is my flute staff. It's fully infused. It's Avenger proc. Avenger proc damage is based off how much HP you have to do. 5% increase for every. It's HP booster for every 5% HP you're down. And capped at 50 HP. This is one of the highest damage bosses for mages. So that's why I have it. It's low cost of everything and high stats also. The flute staff is pretty OP. The next step I have is my Magic Pirate XL. It procs XL damage, and it heals a Tanger attack into a self-heal of 10%. This is really good if you don't have any heal-up armors on. This extra 5% on top of what the Sins can do is very important if you don't have heal-up consoles in your set. This is actually one of my favorite procs in the game. The next one is my Sacred Key Staff. It's only at skill 6 because I didn't have a boost, so I just made it to a skill 6 staff. So staff under resonance. This is the best damage staff for mages. Because it procs based on how many staffs you have. It doesn't proc based off the element, but procs based off staff. This is your highest damage proc. Staff of resonance. sometimes my voice is a little bit lower. I do apologize for that. I'll try to talk a little bit louder. So anyways, this next staff is my striking stream staff. Also skill 6 because I did not get a dupe. High cost 38 and it gives you the self ability of either decay. Let me actually turn off the music then. Can I hear? Okay. Make sure that's working. Okay, I just turned off the music. So this is my striking stream staff. This is a very high damaging staff. It procs base. It's a Avenger proc. So again, it's boosted for every 5% HP you're down, up to 50, and also gives us a sub ability of Kaiser Decay, which hits one enemy plus adjacent allies 2 times, and it also self heals for 5% of the damage you do. So it's pretty OP. I use this staff when I do Mobius. So it's and if you use it right after you do Siphon, it increases the damage from 80 to 100 AP. So it's very, very strong sub attack for mages. All right, let's take a look at our helmets right now. The first helm, well, actually, we're gonna go. No, let's look at the first one. First one is our Archangel Flinch Clown Maldication. Maldication. Okay, this is a damage down XXL. This is a really cool ability to have for armors. Any damage down procs. It mitigates magic and physical and magic damage down. It can mitigate it all the way down to 0, so it's very important to have this one in. If you have a damage XXL, they're always best to main slot. And my armor, I have the same one slotted too. Next is our Xeno gears. Why do we have Xeno gears in our Kalo/Dual sets? Because they mitigate damage from the greater Unison. So, and once you infuse them up, not only do they reduce damage from the greater Unison, they also mitigate Unison monster damage also. So, once you can get them fully maxed out, like my dress, it's going to greatly reduce that damage. So yeah, these are the next best gears to set on your any set when you're doing PvP. So Guild Battle, Duel, Coliseum. You want to make sure you have your Xeno gears on. If you're doing PvE, you don't need them. They're not going to do anything for you. But PvP, they will help you a lot. Next we have is Meryl's Prince Crown. These are opening barriers XXL. The 38 cost is a lot better than the 32 cost. When opening barriers, because this lasts up to 35 seconds, and it's once you skill it to 7, it's 22%. So you want to make sure you have 2 of them on to mitigate that damage by 44%. It's gonna be like 44% total. Now you'll only see a 4x stack on your unit when you're playing the game, but it doesn't mean you don't get that extra 4%. It's still there, you just don't see it. The next gears we're going to look at is our Stellar God Garm. These are the damage down XL, constant damage mitigation on your set. You need these for any time you want to tank anything, from people attacking you to Unison. These mitigate Unison damage also, so they're really great to have on. The next gear we're going to look at is our Zodiac Garb. These are opening Resurrection. It lasts for 60 seconds once you skill it to 5. So yeah, these are really important to have one of these on. And the next one we're going to look at is our Firefox Warriors Armor. This is a counter heal opener. This will give us counter heal for 40 seconds, giving us 12,000 HP, boosted by 2,000 for every skill level. So it's going to give us 20,000 HP for every hit we take. So since this is an opening, you look at the description of this other opening skill, you can only have 2 openers at any time, 2 constants at any time of the same category. So this, so that counter heal is an opening other, and your resurrection is an opening other. The barriers are opening defensive. So again, that's why we have 2 opening barriers, 1 opening res, and 1 opening counter heal. The next gears we're going to look at is our mouse gears. The first Zodiac gear. These are damage XL. They're only at XL, so they're not as good as the XXL damage down from the Archangel spawn. But this mouse spawn is pretty good tool because it also procs confusion null. So something hits you that can confuse you, this can null that actual damage. So this is actually a good armor headpiece to have, and also have the same thing for the dress. I did skill at T7, so it is good. I don't main slot them because I already have the XXL versus the XL. Alright, let's take a look at monsters. You know, my monster outlook is a little different, but these are made to tank and also to help me with ailments. The first one we're going to look at is Fiammatis. What's good about her? Not only does she give you 100% confusion, 100% unity block, she removes 30 costs, she increases HP by 100%, she boosts HP recovery by 50%, she's a Twilight, oh, she's OP, she damages at 300 AP times 5. Her sub abilities, her sub pots are, she recovers 25 costs to the party, but she also steals 25 costs from your opponents, but she recovers 25 costs, and she also has a water defense of 500. So any fire damage, she is the perfect monster to have for that fire damage. And what's good about her is her sub passive is she increases stats of all water monsters if you main slaughter. So any water monster you have in your back set, let's go ahead and equip it. She will increase the stats by 20%. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. So let's just go ahead and move Shiva. Let's take a look at it again right here. See. So we look at water. See, they're already boosted by 20%, right? So let's just move her to sub slot. See, their stats went down. Now let's go ahead and move her to main slot. Well, that's weird. Oh, let me see. Let me just do this. Oh, there it is. See, his stats went up. So weird. Let's take her out of main slot. Stats went down. Oh, there you go. So let's move her main slot again. Stats go up. Move her out of main slot again. Stats go down. Aye. Okay, let's go ahead and put it back in the main slot. And let's go ahead and put Shiva back into that spot. Actually, we don't need to do that. Let's just go back to the set. All right. Okay. All right, so we have Siegfried gives you 2 nulls, Piercer mode, Hero mode. But why do we have him? We have him for his fire defense, 150, but that's not the main reason we have him. We have him for his confusion resistance of 30%, and we have 2 of them in there so we can resist confusion by 60%. Why is this important? Because Samarius, she does this 100% confusion rate for 30 seconds. Now, at 60, when you have 60 in there, it reduces that 100% down to 40%. So that means highly unlikely you'll get confused. So 40% versus 100%, that's why we have 2 Siegfrieds. Now we have 2 Kreutz in here. For the same reason, Kreutz does passive 150 wind defense, but paralyzed resistance of 30%. So monsters like Zeus, which has a 100% paralyzed effect, is good. Then again goes down to 40% because we have 2 of these paralyzed resistant monsters. Then right here we have Starvalk. She does Serenity Field, blah, 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 blah. But we have her because of her sub-trait of unique resistance of 30%. And she does boost all elemental defense by 100. So any elemental defense you have, like that 300 fire defense we have, that gets boosted from 300 to 400. That Samarias, from 500 gets boosted to 600. So this is 100 to all elements. And we have Dr. Andromeda for her 30% unique resistance and her 150 time resistance. We have 2 of them, so that gives us a 90% unique resistance to Uniblock. And we also have Dallas. Why is Dallas in there? Because she gives us a 240 time defense. So we have Andromeda at 300 when you have 2 of them, plus it's 240. 540 is pretty good time defense. Plus it's 100, which gives us 640. So why is that important? Because people use star monsters, and for some reason star monsters hit like a tank. So anyone who uses the new hero monster Lada, or the 7 Deadly Sins monster Demon Cecilia, they're going to do a lot of damage. But if you have decent time defense in there, you won't take as much damage and you will survive. Abilities we have is Angel Spell, Starburst, Meteor Rain, Guard, and we have our Kaiser Decay. I do sub out Kaiser Decay for something else just in case, just depending on what I want to do at that moment. But I have Angel Spell, Starburst, and Meteor Rain. Why I like this is because when we have Pearson mode, the first move I like to do is Meteor Rain, because that'll force at least 3 people to guard. And if they don't guard, it has a chance to one-shot them, because it hits between 2 to 5 times and hits about 3 people. So it hits 1 person plus his adjacent teammates. So it can hit 3 people and potentially one-shot. But this forces them to guard. And once they guard, the animation delay Meteor Rain in the start of Angel Spell is perfect for when the opponent comes out of guard. They will get hit by Agent Spell. Agent Spell hits 10 times at a success rate of 70%, and confuse people at 70% rate. So this is good at one-shotting the whole team. If you have Fierce Mode and you're a hero and you have accuracy up, this is like the best combination. So when we get out of Unity or anything like that, we always Meteor Rain, then we do Angel Spell. It's perfect if you have a Rook on your side to devote you, so that way you won't get hit. But that's the combo I like to do. And Starburst just there just to damage people and one-shot them potentially. Guard is there. It mitigates damage by 90% for 5 seconds. There's just there because sometimes you want to guard and you want to live. Yeah. And our sub-traits, we have anti-lancer and we have anti-archers, because we want to live against lancers and we want to live against archers. So yeah, that's my set for when I do Coliseum/Duels. Now this is not my GVG set. One more roster. We have Shiva. Shiva is an anti-priority monster. Let's take a look at his skills. He's an anti-priority, which means he goes last. So the point of my set is to be able to tank all Unison monsters from the opposing team, because my Unison will go last. What this guy does, he strips everything away from the team, from the opposing team. It does say he has a 100% Unity prohibit, but since he's last,
Well, that's kind of pointless ability. He increases unit gain by 2 for your team. He reduces unit gain for the opposing team. He applies resurrection to your team. He removes resurrection, ward, invisibility, reflection, reduction, continuous heals, and damage reduction from the other team. It gives you rage, which gives you 100% to your attack and magic attack. He nullifies status elements, cost reductions, and buzz or deterrent, which means and when it affects 30% of your character's HP is recovered for every enemy you kill. So that's pretty cool. So you get 30 cost for and you also get 30 cost too when you kill somebody. And you use your cyber pain, which increases boosts units and damage taken by 30% and reduces attack and magic attack by 30. What's good about him is he hits 10 times randomly to the opposing team, and since he's the last monster down, they usually not everyone on the other side is alive, especially in Coliseum. But if someone's alive, like one person alive, this is potentially a one-shot monster, and you're like, oh, why you dead? So I like using Shiva because he's pretty cool. Another thing is, certain monsters, you do want to make sure they're not fully 198, so that way they can get blocked. But another thing is, if you don't have them fully 198 and someone else does, that means you will go after them. But I don't make mine fully leveled, full 198 for the sole purposes I don't want to get blocked by other people. So that way, when they unison, I usually live, and when I go, they usually die. So I don't recommend fully 198 and stuff, but most people do. It's totally up to you if you want to do that. If y'all have any questions, ask me. I think I have enough battery, but I got 70% battery on this device. That's cool. Here for right now. We got another hour. Oh my gosh, raid starts again in another hour and 30 minutes, y'all. Oh my god, I don't want to do it. Okay, what else can we look at? Let's look at monsters for right now. Let's look at monsters. Let's do cost and all. Alright. This is the 42 Natasha. I did 198 here because, the point of the 42 cost dragons is to have the highest unison score. So these are the only monsters that I will purposely 198 off the bat. So I got the water and the wind. Of course, they're mage stats because I'm main mage, and that's the only class I pick for my monsters when I get a scroll. So any mage that you do see, I usually got them as a scroll, or I got really lucky on the drop. The next is the 40 cost awakened monster Ayul. I'm just a few points away to get him to 43. Once you awaken him, he goes to 43, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look. So I still need to unlock my dress. Unlock my hat. My hat. I just need 110. So the next RGB, I should have that done. I need 282 crystal medals. So 2 more crystals and I'll be done. So after 2 more crystals, I'll be done with my hat and I'll have my 43 cost monster, guys. Ooh, I'm so excited about that. Oh yeah, we're looking at monsters.
Alright, okay. Now we're going to look at the Eva monster. This is actually a very high stat monster for some reason. It's insanely how high stat she is. And she's a ranking monster. She's pretty cool. She hits 3 times at 200 AP when you skill her to 5. Mine's only skill 4 because, you know, I never skilled her 5 because I'm boo-boo like that. She recovers 20 costs and she gives you Beast Mode. Beast Mode removes all elements on your team. And so it's really cool when you use that. And she also gives you... where is it at? She gives you Kaji. And she gives you Beast Mode to the whole team. And she boosts the damage by extra 100 AP. So Beast Mode is like a ward. So you get a ward. And you get... It's pretty cool. She's a pretty good ranking monster. Next one we have Yasu. Yasu is basically fodder for me. She has the Emasculate Collapse Anti-Field, which reduces the healing effect of the opposing side by 70%. That's okay, but she's fodder. She can go bye-bye pretty soon. The next I have Fawn. She is a Burst monster. With Burst, what's Burst? Burst is a monster that can be used twice in a row. That means you have to use her one time, then you have to use her again the very next time. Otherwise, you don't use her again the next time, you can't use her. So the first effect she gives you is where is it? Right here. She damages 4 times, boosted by damage by 10 for every skill level. She heals. She gives you regen. She applies elevation. Elevation is pretty good. She gives you cost recovery. She gives you uni gain. She applies ether charge state, which is the burst skill, and I thought she gave you field, but she doesn't. Yeah, she gives you the fire field, and she gives you unit gain for 3. And when you use her for a second time, she damages again. She increases fire elemental by 10 for 90 seconds. She increases fire defense by 10. She increases all stats by 80. She applies buff resistance, karma, buff removal effect at one time. She has the Kajin, which is OP, and she gives you blessings. So her second usage is actually the OP usage. That's the usage you want. So that's cool. She's pretty cool that way. Then we have Samara's, where we talked about her, why she's pretty cool. She's a confusion, she's a confusion monster, and she's uni block, and she has fire defense. She steals cost and gives cost. She's OP that way. Then we have our Armano. She's a 39 Weatherman. Ari, I didn't get Ari full potted because I didn't do that ranking, so I only did enough to get her a blessing state, and that's about it. If you did do that ranking event for her to get the extra 80 elemental all monsters, I mean, more power to you. I thought it was a waste of gems and time, but a lot of people ran her. I didn't run her. Next we have is King Diane. King Diane is OP when it comes to damaging. She's one of the strongest damaging monsters in the game. She hits 5 times. The first 2 is at 300 AP, and next 3 is at it can hit between 3 to 6 times. So she gets a total of 8 times for damage that is basically one shot. She removes damage reflection, damage reduction, and continuous heal. She does not remove resurrection, which is kind of sucky, but you know, she's a one-shot monster. The only thing that will reduce that damage is wind defense. So if you want to tank King Diane, you're gonna need that wind defense. And she gives you Serenity Field. She gives you Serenity buff, which which gives you 100% uni after 120 seconds. But I'm not a fan of Serenity buff, but I have not potted her because I didn't see a point of potting her. The next monster we have is Agus. Agus was in a decent spawn where you can get multiples of her at a 30% chance from each spawn you did do, which is pretty cool. I got, I think, like 6 of her, I think. I don't know, maybe 5. I don't know how many I got of her. But I did fully pot her because I fully pot her for her second pot, which is increases water elemental by 1. This is going to be very important for when we do fire events. So for every 1 point of water advantage you have, depending on your GS, it can increase the advantage by 40,000 points. So this is very, very good to have. So water advantage. The next monster we have is Sharpay. Sharpay is really cool. I like her a lot. She damages 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 210, 220 AP. When you scale her to 5, she heals at 60%. When she heals at 60 AP, she gives you Piercer mode. But what I like her about her, not only for that Piercer mode, but I like her because of the elevation. Elevation plus Piercer is really great. If you team her up with Moses, which is a top monster, he gives elevation. It's like not elevation. He gives you accuracy up. It's like a perfection. It's like the great combination. You can actually dump Siegfried. Like a lot of people use Siegfried for Mobius. You actually don't need Siegfried if you bring Sharpay and if you bring Moses. So she's really OP. She gives you Unigame. She gives you Hero mode. She's one of my favorite monsters at the moment. Siren, he's a 39 Borderkin. I don't care about them. Cloxania, the Repose. He is the Wind monster from the 7 Deadly Sins collab. He is one of the best resurrection monsters in the game because he's Wind. And because he gives you Standby Awaken. He's Resurrection and Standby Awaken. He is the best Wind monster to use when it comes to Mobius. The next we have is Kasumi. She's from this current collab. I got her because, she's Kajin. She's ability cooldown. She's crit boost. She's crit hit chance increase. And she's attack increase. The only thing she doesn't do that I wish she kind of did was limit break buff. But that's okay. She's really good. I like her a lot. I see her be using her more often. So that's one of the reasons why I picked her for my metal exchange. Then we have this 39 Witterkin. The reason I like this guy is his blind resist of 30% and his light defense is 300. I found me using him quite a bit when it came to certain specific PvE events that requires me to have some blind resistance, and so I do use him quite a bit. Nazha Awaken, we don't use him. Alright, Kero, the frog girl. She is cool. She increases magic ability power by 60. She increases your limit break. She applies buff resistance by 1 time. Buff removal resistance 1 time. Unigame, and she applies the deconstructive collapsed anti-field, which nullifies buffs. She's really cool. She's a monster that some people say wasn't needed, but I looked at her and I'm like, I think she's actually a really good monster, so I went ahead and got her. She is really cool, and look at that. She's like, pew pew. She's gonna hit you with her little that, and you get some frog animations. I like it. All right, next monster we have is Yuria Awaken. We don't use her. Meliodas. This is from the 7 Deadly Sins. He's the ranking monster. He removes costs. He recovers costs. He applies miasma for 60 seconds. His stat, he gives you rage. And he gives Team Piercer. So he's pretty cool. He's a really decent monster. Next we have Soldress Awaken. I use him sometimes because he takes away uni. That's about it. He gives you frenzy mode. He's okay. Aizen Awaken. We don't use him. Maple. Oh my god, Maple. Oh, let's talk about Maple. Let's look at her thing. Is this thing updated? No, it's not updated. Okay. Maple. What she does, she gives your team 3x nulls, fat magic and physical nulls 3 times, and she gives your user 7 nulls. So the user gets 10 total nulls, team gets 3 nulls, you get
25 uni to your whole team except for yourself. You get a 50% reflection. She applies Serenity Field, so you get your uni back after 2 minutes. And and she after a minute you get your uni back, and she applies the fictional collapse field, which prevents crit hits for 60 seconds. What makes her, when I first looked at her, I was like, I don't think she's that great. She gives you the 600 dark defense. What's great about the dark defense? A lot of people are using time in guild battle to offset the star monsters, right? So you're throwing a uni, right? So you're seeing people throwing star, time. You have the Stark monster. She's weak against star, but you can tank that, right? So once you tank that, you get her 10 nulls. The only thing that breaks through nulls is special null resistant moves like Astalu from archers and something from soldiers. And if you have Kaijin, so those neglects nulls, but it don't matter. She's pretty good. I've been using her in guild battle a lot, so yeah, I like her a lot. Next one we have Harunia. She's decent. She applies paralyzed, blind. She takes away uni. Makes your element resistance lower. Remove special debuffs from your team. Gives you rage mode. Gives you 300 defense from fire and dark, and 900 without stat. She's fodder, dude. We do not save her. We do not make her. A lot of people made her. We do not make her. She is fodder. We already talked about Shiva. He's OP. He's an OP trolling monster. Then we got Fene. I call her Fine, but this Fene, we don't use her. Meliodas, and Elizabeth. This is an OP monster because it does that Destiny Field would boost crits by 50%. So this is what people use when it comes to Mobius, when it comes to one-shotting crystals, when you're one-shotting monsters in PvE, we're going to use this Destiny Field, and has a 100% stun rate on monsters and opponents. So yeah, OP, and it hits 5 times at 240 AP at skill 5. Next we have the Star Weatherkin. Yeah. All right, we got Lada. Lada is OP. She removes Resurrection, Ward, Invisibility, Damage Down, Constant Heals, Reflex, Buffs. She hits at 240. No. Yeah, 240 5 times. So it's like Demon Cecilia, but she hits a little bit harder because she's hero mode. She gives you a uni gain of 2 for 60 seconds. She heals regen 10% for every 5 seconds. She gives you a 40% heal. No. She takes away 40%. This monster is used for standby awaken. So if you have a monster like Loxania, which you use standby awaken, you're going to use Lada right after to instantly awaken. So she reduces your HP by 40%. She gives you dual attacks, and she's hero mode. She's OP. Let's take her animation. Alright. Then got Nade. He's from Collab. He's OP. He gives you extra drop rates. We got Doji, Ibaraki Doji. We don't use her that much. We did use her in the 42 Wind Revolt. But Karasu is a standby awaken pain field monster that a lot of people like to use. I like to use him because pain field increases damage taken by the opposing team about 30%. So he's really OP, and he's standby awakened. So yeah. Tyrant Malim, she is a ranking monster from the I can't believe I was reincarnated to a slime collab. She's okay.
Then we got Parsival, Hero Monster. She's a great Unigame monster. She's like the Agus, but she gives you 2 fire elementals. So with this monster, you get 3 fire elementals instead of 1. So it's very OP. I have 2 of them. Then we got Zeus. Zeus is one of the OP monsters in Colosseum. He stuns, paralyzed at 100%. He gives you Pierce mode. He gives you Rage. Gives you Unigame. Gives you cost recovery. And at the second pot, he gives your team 20 uni, and he's also 500 fire defense. OP. He's OP. So, anyways. Oh, am I in a... No, I'm not in a train. I'm actually outside in the lovely Texas heat. It's like 100 degrees. So what you're hearing right now is just the wind breeze and some cars driving by me. So that's what that noise is that you're hearing right now. So let's see, anything else we can look at? Let's look at. Let's do this. Let's just sell some stuff. I got some stuff I need to sell. Get tired of looking at them. Yeah. Oh, no. We're not doing that. Is Titania useful for guild battle PvE? Well, let's take a look at her. Titania. Alright. Let's do that. I'm going to do this. Get our filters on. Alright, Titania. Let's take a look at her. Hits randomly 10 times. Removes buffs, so she does balance. Gives you 4 elemental for 90 seconds. She gives you a 4-stack barrier for 60 seconds. She gives Unigame of 20 to your team. Gives you 20 cost. Gives you hero mode. And on our second pot, she heals. She gives you regen. And her last pot, she gives you additional 15 cost. So she gives you a total of 35 cost if you fully pot her. She's still useful. She is just like Siegfried. Both of them are still currently in the meta when it comes in usage for PvE and PvP. With both of them, they both give you Unigame. With her, she gives you cost. With Siegfried, he gives you Piercer. With her, she balances. With him, he gives you 2 nulls. She's more useful. Well, they're both equally useful when it comes to PvE and PvE. So if you don't have any better, there's not many better monsters when it comes to PvE and PvP when it comes in terms of usage, like Siegfried and Titania. So yeah, she's still very, very much useful. I still have one, and I still use her. I don't use her as much as other people, but I still use her. On my lock monsters, what's better than Tatiana? It really just depends on what you need. Like Cecilia, she removes everything, and she gives you resurrection, and she gives you blessing. She's useful, but she's more useful than Tatiana. That depends on your team composition. If your team is able to live without resurrection, Tatiana is better, because she's going to give your team cost, and she's going to make you a lot tankier than Cecilia will. Cecilia gives you blessing. Tatiana gives you hero. Hero gives you 100% stat increase. So blessing doesn't give you that. What blessing gives you just 100% HP increase, nullifies elements, and cost and uni reduction, and cooldown is 50%. So the only advantage blessing have over hero is the CD of your abilities. So Tatiana overall is more useful than like Cecilia. What Do I have a better monster that's better than Tatiana that's light? I probably don't. Only thing in terms of usefulness would be Cordelia, only because she removes Frenzy, but other than that, Tatiana is still better. So Tatiana is one of the better light monsters in the game currently. So yeah, Tatiana is OP. Let's talk about best of the element. Well, this best of what I have, I guess. So in terms of fire, depending on what you're doing, if you're doing questing, PvE, Parzival is going to be very useful because she gives you Fire Gene. Fire Gene gives you an extra 100 defense of the fire element. She gives you Unigain. She gives you Hero Mode. She gives you Encouragement, which fills your uni by 5 for every 10 for every 10 seconds. Gives you elemental increase of 6. So Parzival is very, very OP when it comes to PvE. When it comes to PvP, not so much. Siegfried's still better than her when it comes to PvP. Prometheus, she's just a trash version of Parzival, so not so good. Only thing she does really is, that ability limit break, so that's the only usefulness of her. So you're probably going to end up using Prometheus when it comes to crystal events, but that's about it. Another good monster is the Mortal Sins Fire. Why is he good? Because he's priority. He gives you Frenzy to Lancers and Berserkers, and gives you Resurrection, so he's good that way. Stun monsters like Nitocris and Zeus are really good when it comes to special PvE events that have monsters that are very deadly. You can stun them. Stun nulls neglects 1 damage, neglects 1 attack from the enemy side. So that's pretty good, I guess. Let's talk about Alexander. Alexander does attack limit break. The only thing these attack limit breaks doesn't affect is when you're in hero mode. So you really don't get these limit break buffs. But if you're not in hero mode, these buffs are very important to your team. So Alexander's pretty cool because he gives you defense buff of 80%, attack buff of 100%, attack limit break of 20%, crit damage by 50%, and unit gain of 3. So for anyone but a mage, he's OP. Yeah, Alex is good. Mithra Awaken gives you elevation. Yeah, she gives you 10% HP. Yeah, not so great. She's okay. Let's go to water. We're talking about these monsters, these 3. Sutra, she's okay. She gives you Unigain 2. She gives you Nulls 2x. Gives you Blessing Mode. It's okay. Yusuke removes everything. Gives you Resurrection. He gives you Unigain of 2. And Curse Resistance, so he's good. I like Yusuke. He's one of my favorite monsters. Blue. He is OP too. He's OP. I like him. We already talked about Sharpay. Atui, she's an anti-field. She does anti-field when increases water damage by 30%, reduces attack by 30%. When you have the aquatic pain field on, gives you hero, unit gain. She does uni reduction for this side. She applies curse, reduces element resistance, and she hits 10 times. And she's anti-priority. She's okay. Actually, let's take a look. Which mode is better? Hero, Blessing, Kajin, Renzi, or Grace? Okay. The self-buff all depends on what you're doing and what you want to do. Overall, Hero is still the best buff. After Heroes can be Blessing. After Blessing is going to be Rage-ish. Then Serenity. Anything out.
I'm not a fan of Serenity Field and Grace Field. Yeah, they're good, but you still get Element, you still get Blind. Kajin is really good too because it's like a super Pearson mode, but you're still prone to elements, whereas Hero and Blessing you're not. So the best thing to do is to try Uni again while you still have that mode on. For instance, you can get a Hero, Blessing, Awaken, Kajin if you're fast enough in your Uni. So yeah, the best buff is Hero. Overall, it's still the best buff. When it comes to crystal events, Hero's not the best. It's going to be Blessing because you need that CD. You need to be able to hit as much time as possible. Only time Hero is better than Blessing in Crystal Assault is when you're a Rook, because you'll need that Rook to get that OP damage, because Rook's damage is based off your defense and magic defense. This event's making quest for... Oh, you're not in this chat, dude? How do you speak Unison language? I don't know. What does limit break do? Okay, let's say you're the cap on your damage right now. Let's say it's like at 40%, right? Let's say the current buff you have on, it gives you a 40% increases your attack and magic attack. The limit break, what it does is it goes beyond that. So instead of 40%, it can give you 60%. So you're hitting for additional 20% more damage on the attack. Now that's also boosted by other effects like anti-field and the current field on your team. So that 40% when you attach that limit break plus anti-field plus the current field, you can boost it to like 150%. So for that's how people are hitting those high scores in Crystal. That's how they're hitting 1 billion points, 2 billion, 1.9 billion. That's how they're hitting all those points. And a video I posted where I was doing a solo run. It's just really recent. That solo Crystal run I did. I used Star Monsters. The first monster I did was Star Home. Star Home, she gives me Kajin, and she does limit break. And so, was that field on? Was that self buff and that limit break plus the anti-field plus the current field I had on, I was able to get 700 million points in a solo run with me and the CPU in game. I ran it again, and on the second time I was able to get the Destiny field, which reduced my crit by 50%. I was able to hit 1 billion points with CPU. So those limit breaks is very important to have when it comes to doing certain things to make your damage increase a lot and to one-shot monsters. So, but not every combination is great when you're doing certain events like Mobius. Having that stuff it's going to be very hard to do because you're on very time restraint. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Let me just do a little bombing some people. Yeah. Destiny field or Serotic field? It depends. Like when it comes to the field bus, that's just very. Ooh, my battery. Where my battery at? My battery's at 28%, y'all. All right. Let me just do these real quick. All right. Let's take a look at these models. Let's go ahead and put them in real quick. I'm gonna put in Star. First put in Star. Get the Meliodas. And we're going to put in Wing and get the Aerial. Let's take a look at the Aerial field, right? Aerial field, Serotic element for 120 seconds. Apply field, increases status by 40%, all element attacks by 4, boosts HP
by 40% to all allies. That means you're going to hit 40 extra stats plus 4 elements. So you're going to increase your damage to elemental monsters by 4, and you get an extra 40%. Okay, that's cool. So you're getting 40. So it's basically a 40-ish, let's say like average 50-ish, depending on the monsters. Boost to your stats to damage monsters, right? So is that better than the Destiny field? Well, Destiny, let's take a look at Destiny. Destiny, it boosts crit rates, boost your stats by 50%, boost your crit rates by 50%, boost HP by 50%. Field. So you're getting 10% more stats than the Savaric field. You're getting boosted crits by 50%. And you're getting a 50% increase to HP. So you're getting 10% more HP, 10% more boost to your stats. And instead of 4 elementals, you're getting 50% boost to your crit rate. So you're going to hit more damage to your opposing side. Now, the only downside to this is that you don't have the elemental buff when it comes to taking damage from the opposing team or the opposing side. So if you're not strong, you're not built to tank, you won't be able to live long enough to kill. So Destiny feels good when you have a great DPS team. Safari Shield is better when your team is okay-ish, and it makes you a little bit buff, makes you a little bit tankier. So Safari, just think about, do you want to be a tank or you want to be a DPS? So Destiny for DPS, Safari for tanking. Okay. Show setup. Oh, I already showed the Coliseum setup. Oh, I can show it again. What's the best place to farm proficiency? Just doing daily events, really. Doing daily runs, doing your dailies, running your AP. And that's going to give you the proficiency you need. You can use your proficiency keys to boost your proficiency, but as for just running, you're better off just running regular events because you're going to gain like a set amount of proficiency every time you run something anyway. So but if you need proficiency, you can just do your proficiency keys. I have 609 proficiency keys. I did run, I think, 50 of them. I needed to do something, and I needed to enchant something, and I had to do that. And I'll go ahead and set my Coliseum so you can look at it real quick. But I already talked about Coliseum. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about it again. I basically have 2 opening barriers, opening res, 2 damage down, opening counter heal, elemental defense, status element defense. So this is my Coliseum set. You can take a look at it. What is the best spawn for beginners for fun? 1 million GS. The best thing to do if you want to try and get that million GS, you should just save your gems really and look for step up spawns, guarantee spawns that give you high stat gears. So for right now, there isn't any spawns when it comes to boosting your stat, except for right now this collab step. This collab actually gives you the high cost gears right now. You can't infuse them. Give you that million TS if you really want it, but I don't recommend using collab gears as your main set because they have bad procs. I mean, their procs after collab, it's not that useful. For instance, let's take a look at them real quick. I'm gonna have to end the stream pretty soon because I'm really low battery, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. For instance, the Devourer Replica of the Dark Knight is a staff weapon, 38 cost. 38 is currently the highest cost gear weapon in the game. 39 for defensive gears.
Yeah, they're high cost, high stats, but they're bad procs. This turns into Magic Testament XXL. This is what we call a boo-boo proc. It's not going to be a high damaging proc after the collab is over. It's not going to do that much damage. Versus, like, say, like this weapon right here. Avenger Pride. This is going to be a high damaging proc. So, in terms of should I infuse an Avenger Pride over Magic Testament XXL? You want to max infuse your Avenger Pride instead. Same thing with these weapons. They're going to turn to Physical Testament XXL. Yeah, the shield equalness. I noticed that. You know, when the collab first released, I was like, man, I really want that shield. I hope that shield is a staff. Oh, I wish it was a staff. And they made it a staff. I was so excited because it's a staff. But it's so dumb. I was thinking they're going to make it into, like, I don't know what they would have made the shield into, really. Because I guess they could have turned it into, like, a sword. Because swords are for brooks. And they're for rooks. And then pallies. So they could have done that. But I was really surprised they turned the shield into a staff. So yeah, I was really surprised to be. Oh yeah. So okay. This is 39 cost. This turns to Reflect XL. Physical Reflect. These are so 2016 skills. You don't want these skills, really, guys. You do not want them. Whatever it's worth, these are not the procs you want. The procs you want. Let's go ahead and go to my. Where is that? Let's go to this. Procs you want are Damage Down XXL. Those are procs, the defensive procs you want. Damage XL, damage down XL, damage down XXL. You want your constants in there. You want your specific openers in there. You want your decent damaging and unit gain weapons in there when it comes to GVG and PvE. These are the kind of stuff you want. You don't want no Magic Testament, Physical Testament, Physical Reflect, Magic down, Physical down. Magic constant down, physical constant. Those are the procs you don't want, and those are the procs that collab gives you. So yes, you can have a million GS with this current spawn for collab, but you're gonna have what we call is a boo-boo set. Your set's gonna be boo-boo. You're gonna die a lot. You're not gonna survive a lot. You could do probably decent damage. You might tank a little bit. You'll have that million GS. But you won't be able to do high content stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cleric. What do you mean by cleric? I think I have a cleric. I really don't have a cleric set. I guess we could let it click. This is my fire cleric, actually. Let's say we're doing a wind event. You need fire defense. You want bulwarks. Bulwarks are the best elemental defense. Depending on what element you have, water bulwarks, wind bulwarks, light bulwarks, dark bulwarks. But this is a fire bulwark, XXL. Bulwarks and damage down XXL are almost the same thing, except for bulwarks are better when it comes to that specific element. Whereas damage down XXL works for everything. So you want to make sure you main slot your best defensive procs. You probably need like 100 elemental for whatever specific element you're running, and the rest you want to fill with elemental sets and damage sets. I do have a magic reflect in there because it's a collab gear, but it's just basically a stat filler, but it's okay. Like this right here, this is stat heroism. This, you see a skill 1. This is for lancers. It's just a stat filler. The reason is why you have stat fillers in there, because you don't want these to proc. You don't want these stat fillers to proc. They're just here to buff your stats and you want to make sure
They're skill 1, so they don't proc. And your other ones are skill 5, so they proc more often, and they're main slotted too. Same thing with this on this unit game. You don't want that to proc. Does cleric have high attack and defense or twin defense? It depends. You can survive. Depending on what. Again, this is based on how you build your set. So if you build your set with good procs, you can survive with any set. You can. Let's take a look. I wonder if I still have my fire set saved. I wonder. Yeah, let's look at my water for too. Okay, this is my water set, my water DPS set, right? So let's take a look at it. So right here, I have 130 defense. It gets boosted by my subtraits. So I'm running 139 defense, 309 magic defense. Now, will I survive? Yes, I will. Why will I survive? It's because of my defensive procs. Right now, I have bulwarks in there. Oops. Oh, you saw that 20% just hit. So as long as I have these bulwarks in there, it's going to proc a lot. So that way, it will mitigate all that damage down to basically 0. So right now, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 water bulwarks in there. I don't have any other defensive procs except for bulwarks. I do have magic heal up constant, so that way my heals that are used on me will be increased. And I do have these damage down constants in there. And I'm running 202 water elemental, and I have low defense, and I will survive. PvE content. This is the set I am currently making for my Fire 42 Revolt when it comes out. And this set would actually survive that. I should be able to DPS it just fine and live just fine. If you look at my previous Fire Revolt quest, the Wind Revolt quest, I have low defense there too. I think I have 150 defense and 340 magic defense. So anyways, you can build your whatever according to the class of your class, or you can balance it out, the defense and magic defense. Everything all depends on your procs and what you have main slotted and anything like that. What's a good soldier set for 35 Tower Judgment? I actually haven't done Tower Judgment in a long time. So what is Tower Judgment? I think I have a soldier set, but it's crystal. It's my soldier crystals. Let me equip that so I can take a look at Tower Judgment. Where is Tower Judgment? 35. Oh, 35 is the last one. I believe the first one is time. Next one is water. So I think you need just high decent GS. You need specific monsters. Okay. So actually, let's do this. I remember when I was running this, I only wanted specific monsters to be used by the CPUs. So let me see. Unequip. Okay, so we want to take that out. Let's see what monsters we want. I think we want. Why can't we put Sharp? Where's Sharp Bay at? Where's Sharp Bay? We want hero monsters. I think we're gonna put Siegfried in. Where's Siegfried? Where are you, Siegfried? Siegfried. Let me take that out. I'm gonna take that out. Shoot, let's just do high cost. Easier. It'd be easier for me to see what I want to do. do a hero. Let's do a res. There was. Oh yeah. I know what I want to do. Time. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's nulls. I want time. I got 18% battery. Okay, I can still do this. Moses. We got Moses. And let's do. We only want. Let's do this girl. Okay. We're gonna run these 5 monsters. Okay. Abilities. What abilities I got? I do need EE. We need. We need. Oh my gosh, that motorcycle, y'all. I know I need a charger, but I'm outside. we need physical reflection. Okay, we need that's one. Where's the other one? We need reflection reduction. Where's another one? I need another one, guys. There it is. Okay. Our main slot. Procs. I'm gonna do damage. Where am I damage? There, damage down. Okay, we got one heal up. We're gonna do another heal up. Oh, no, that's not enough cost. Actually, we get cost over here. We can transfer. Okay, we need. We're gonna put another heal up. It's got 2 heal ups, 2 damage, 2 reflection. Crit. I'm gonna put the mouse armor in. We don't need to open video. Okay. Damage up. What's this one? We're gonna take that out. Actually, we'll put the mouse armor in. This one. Oh, these are boo-boo swords. We're not gonna change that much. Okay. Abilities. We're gonna bring glistening, dual sword, E, fortress. So I need rage slash. What does this one do? Attack and defense. Yeah, let's do it. I think I have enough AP. Okay, so I'm right now. I do have a million GS. Look at that defense. I only have attack of 120, 178, guys. So let's do it. Let's see if I can do it. I haven't done this like years. Hey, let's go. I need 17%. I think I remember I did this one time. I think you need 300 to 400 attack for it. Ooh, it did already. Yeah. I do need uni. Oh my gosh. Hear me, bitches. Oh, I got uni. Okay, what I want to do. Give me Destiny Field. Okay, we got Destiny Field and we got the Nullified Buff Field. Yeah, I guess I'm doing okay damage, 1 million. Not bad. dead. Okay. That wasn't so bad. Let's try. Let's put them boo-boo monsters in. Let's do Tatiana. Do Croit. Let's not have a field. Oh, this might be rough for me without a field. Do Siegfried. I think these are monsters that most people should have if they did some spawns. Let's do a Zeus. Odin. And let's do her. See how well we do this time. We're going to start off with EE because we're going to need coolest. Dual strike. We're going to assault. Oh no. I got that Betty. You got a Betty. Kill it. Yeah. So glistening is going to be your go-to glistening edge. Remember when I did this the first time, we didn't have these extra abilities. Okay, 100 cost. So let's give us a frenzy. I think frenzy would be better for us. So I think if you use Frenzy, you should be okay. So if you have a Frenzy monster, I think you should use that. So that way, these berries won't actually affect you that much. Okay, I'm not doing that much damage on it. That's okay. It's gonna steal my cost, I think. I don't remember. Oh, it just healed itself. Oh my gosh. Look at that heal. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got uni. Oh. We did it. Hey! So if you use a Frenzy monster in there, 300 defense, 300 magic defense, and about 300 attack, that should be okay for Soldier. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Alright. Probably need to go inside. Let's see. How do you get rewards for a subclass to complete? I don't have any subclass to complete for achievements. If you don't have any more subclasses, like a subquest, I don't think I have any more subquest. So yeah, they're all done except for, they haven't released them all. Where's rewards for it? I know you can collect them somewhere. Oh yeah, right here. You go to, I believe, the checkbox, and the very far right is your trophies. You can collect your sub rewards there. These are uncompleted quests from your sub quests and your other quests. you haven't done them. See right here, we still have 3 subquests to go, but we don't have any subquests available. So possibly a future update for those. It's been a while. I think it's been like 2 years, and they still haven't released the last 3 subquests. Oh yeah, it's so hot. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it for the stream. I appreciate y'all joining me. Hope y'all learn a lot. Hope y'all have fun with the Bafooty collab. Raid's about to start up in the next 26 minutes. And so, hope y'all have fun. And I will do a little dance. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Peace out. Talk to you later. Bye.